Today we are talking about bezel engagement rings, and this presentation is brought to you by www.qualityvintageengagement.rings.com. Now, as we're talking about bezel engagement rings, we're actually referring to a specific type of ring setting. The setting is the metal that holds the gemstone onto the ring so that it doesn't get lost, and it is also the way that you display that gemstone on the ring. Usually with an engagement ring it is a diamond. The bezel setting holds that diamond in place with a metal frame, and that metal frame encircles the girdle of the stone. The girdle is actually the widest part of the diamond, and usually that metal is completely encompassing around the diamond. There's no part of the stone that is left open. There are two types of bezel settings. The first type is what's called a full bezel, and that wraps all the way around the stone. There's no portion of the diamond that is open on the edges. It's completely encompassed. And then the second type of bezel setting is what's known as a partial bezel, and that wraps around just a portion of the ring. Sometimes it'll just wrap around half or a quarter, and a different type of setting will be holding another type of, another end of the gem. It really just depends on the overall look and setting of the ring, but there are the two types, either a full bezel or a partial bezel, that can be done. Now, there are quite a few advantages to using the bezel setting. First of all, because the metal wraps around the diamond, it protects the diamond, so you don't have to worry about hitting the diamond on something and chipping it or cracking it, because it's fully protected as it's enclosed in that metal. And additionally, the diamond is very secure because it's got that metal all around holding it in place. If you've got a diamond that is lower quality because it's got either flaws or chips on the stone, a bezel setting is a great way to hide those flaws. And so you can use a lower quality stone and still make it look very nice. A lot of times, especially if the stone has the flaws along the girdle of the stone, you can easily hide it because that girdle is fully encompassed by the metal. Another advantage to using the bezel setting is the fact that the ring surface is smooth. With that metal wrapping right around it, you don't have to worry about sharp edges or things like prongs that are going to get caught on hair or clothing or anything else. It's a great type of ring setting for an active person who's using their hands a lot, because then they don't have to worry about catching their ring on things. The next type of advantage is that this metal that makes up the setting can be molded to any shape of diamond. It doesn't matter what shape of diamond you choose to go with, a bezel setting can be molded to any type. And if you're using, the right type of bezel setting and the right diamond, you can definitely make the diamond look larger by displaying it the right way in the ring. So there are quite a few advantages to using a bezel setting. And definitely it really comes back to what your personal preference and taste is, but it is a beautiful way to display a diamond. We've also got other information about other types of ring settings on our website, and lots of information about purchasing engagement rings and diamonds. So go ahead and check it out if you get a chance. We've got some good resources there that'll help you with this big purchase coming up. And our website was www.qualityvintageengagement.rings.com.